Good morning. This is the first video for week 3 of distance learning, and I don't have any documents to share with this because we are going to do it live on camera. So let me see if I can get my other video to work. And you can see me from over here. Hello. So what I want you to do is to get a piece of graph paper. This can be right out of your book. Just tear out a piece, or if you have loose leaf graph paper, that's what I have. Now, what we're gonna do is make a ruler because I'm a nerd. I have a ruler, I have a protractor, I have plenty of things to measure with, but you might not. So what we want to do is make a ruler out of our graph paper. So what you want to do, probably your graph paper is going to have, if you go to the edge, you see how it's got a line there that doesn't go all the way to the edge? That's fine. If it does go all the way to the edge, that's fine too. But I'm going to count over 4 or 5 full blocks. 4 or 5 full blocks, and I'm going to cut on the long edge of the paper. So 4 or 5 blocks. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to go ahead and do 5. And I'm going to cut the full length of the paper right on the line. Now, if you have a ruler, you can certainly use it. We're going to be measuring things that aren't always straight. We need a ruler that curves sometimes. So if you have a measuring tape, then you can use measuring tape. But I do want you to go through the exercise of making this ruler. We'll put it at the end of the week when you turn in the rest of your homework in a picture. I want you to put your ruler in the picture. So I've just cut off 5 full squares, and then I've got that little extra hanging over there. See that? And it's the full length of my paper. Now, if you're using your paper out of a clump book or something, it might only be that long. That's fine. Because next, what I want us to do is to take, I've got a Sharpie. You can use a pen, you can use a Sharpie, you can use a crayon, whatever you want. But I've got a Sharpie. And from the edge, this edge goes all the way to the end, this top edge. I'm going to start counting. And on one side, I'm going to count by 5s. So here's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on down one side. Okay. See the marks there I made every 5th square. On the other side, on the same side of the paper, but on this side, I'm going to mark by 2s, okay, just by 2s. So every 2nd square, I'm going to make a mark. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And you'll notice your 10 should line up with your second 5 mark. And your 20 should line up with your 4th 5 mark, all right? So we've got one set of marks every 2nd block. We've got one set of marks every 5th block. All right, we're going to do this all the way down for as far as your ruler goes. And then you're going to go back and put the numbers in. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to say 5, 10, 15, 20. And on the other side, I'm going to say, well, I'm going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm actually going to do it from this end, which I haven't marked down yet. So I'm going to go ahead and mark those 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 by 2s all the way. And again, every time you see a 2 and a 5 that match up, so every 10th mark, or every 10th block, they're going to line up and they'll be the same number, but going from one way to the other. So if you want to make your flimsy little paper ruler a little tougher, you can glue it to some construction paper. That's the word I was looking for. Construction paper. You could glue it just to another piece of paper, like letter type paper. If you want, if you have an extra box, and I've been collecting boxes, if that tells you anything, dog biscuits. If you have a taller box, like maybe a cereal box, you could cut up a cereal box and glue it on to the cereal box, just to make it a little stiffer. But it doesn't have to be really stiff because we do want it to be able to bend. It has to be able to bend because we're going to be measuring things. So once you have this all together, then set it aside. We are going to use it next week to begin measuring things, but I wanted you to go ahead and get it ready this week so we could be prepared. All right, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comment box or send me an email, and have fun making your own ruler.